What's up guys, and welcome back to 8 Count. So today we're going to be breaking down Misfits 4 and what I think is going to be happening on the card. Starting off the bottom, we have Faith Allway versus Elbrook, and I'll be honest, I don't know if we can make any bold statements about who's going to be the outright winner or who's going to be the best performer on the night. But what I can say is, just upon the footage that Misfits has produced in terms of pads and stuff, I expect to see quite a good fight between both fighters. Both look very good on the pads, look like they put in the work, and I think that we'll be starting off the show in good fashion. In terms of a winner, I don't know. I think it will go on to points, and I think that's where we will get most of our... I feel like most of the fights might go down to points this time around, and that's purely based upon the level I think that these fighters are getting to now. I think we're getting to a level where people understand boxing a bit more, so the defense is a bit sharper, the attack's a bit cleaner, and I think that it's going to take very good shots, very good combinations to line up knockouts, and just to pick that shot, I think that we're going to have to see very good performances. But yeah, moving on, I think we'll see one of our better fights of the night. We'll see Anthony Taylor versus Idris Fargo. So, interesting fight here. I think... I really don't know where to go. I recently watched a video of Anthony Taylor, and it changed my outlook on him, you know, just the way he approaches the fight game, how he builds up the fight. Like, it really changed my outlook on him. And yeah, like, obviously we all know Idris Fargo is a professional fighter. His record's about 13 wins, 2 knockouts. So I think, and only in a 4-round fight, I doubt we're going to see him knock out Anthony Taylor. He has the peekaboo style. He's adopted that method, and seems to be adopting that as his approach to most fights now. Obviously, he's quite short, but he does have that explosive output. You know, he's very unpredictable when it comes to the fight game. Obviously, comes from the MMA background, so I think with that fight, I don't know who to go for. I would love to say Anthony Taylor, but I feel like if it goes down to points, I think Idris Fargo will win, just because he has that previous boxing experience for X amount of years. Anthony Taylor has been boxing for only a year. So, yeah. Next up, we have Ryan Taylor versus Swarms, and Swarms is making his return to the ring. But I don't know. Can you write out Anthony Taylor? I mean, Ryan Taylor, sorry. After his performance against Slim, no one expected him to withstand the amount of rounds with Slim, let alone go on to survive the duration. With that being said, do I think Swarms has had enough boxing training to go out and win this fight? I don't know. With that being said, I think Ryan Taylor wins this either by knockout or TKO, but I would love to see Swarms come out of a victory. Next up, we have our surprise fight. So, we have a fighter called B. Dave, and apparently he trains with Dean the Great, and that camp there, Anthony Taylor. So I looked at a couple of videos, and he looks quite sharp. So I'm expecting his mystery fighter to be somebody on the same caliber as him. Obviously, we haven't seen him in a performance like this under the lights, but I think we're going to get a good mystery fighter. Apparently, Alex Wasabi has been mentioned. So, with that being said, Alex Wasabi versus B. Dave, could that be a good fight that we would look forward to seeing? Who knows? But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing whoever that is and whatever the outcome of that be. Salt Pappy versus Josh Bruckner. Okay, I think that fight there has the potential again to be the fight of the night. Obviously, we've all wanted to see Salt Pappy fight against someone on his skill level. You know, he's fought against Andy Warski. He's fought against someone else. I forgot his name, but it slipped out of my head. But clearly those fighters weren't on his level. So with that being said, we now want to see Salt Pappy fight people that he wants to fight, and obviously he wants to challenge the biggest fighters, but the only catch is he doesn't have clout. And I think now he's getting that more reputation through boxing and people are giving him the respect. I think this fight here will propel him to the higher up in the influencer pound for pound rankings. I'll be honest, I expect him, although people are saying it's a challenging fight, I think he's going to go out there and do what he does in every fight and dominate. I think his combinations are too much for a lot of these fighters. His boxing IQ, just the way he reads the game and throws his punches and his movement, I think it's a lot better than a lot of these fighters. So I know I'm not trying to take away from what Burkman's done in his previous fight, but I think that Salt Pappy will go on and win that. Moving on to the co-main, we have Slim versus Tom Zanetti. So, interesting fight this, because Tom Zanetti obviously had his fight scratched in the last Misfits card, and we then wanted, quite a lot of people wanted to see Tom Zanetti fight. Apparently he has previous boxing experience in mixed martial arts, and he was very looking forward to this boxing fight. He shows a lot of promise. I was watching the pads and he was hitting them quite well. Like, he was piecing up combos. He looks like he has power in his punch. Obviously it's just pads, but I think Slim will have a good fight in his hands. What do I expect from Slim? I expect the same thing from Slim. He's one of the most slippery fighters. You can't really predict what he's going to do. 1 second he's in your face, next second he's around you, and I think that's one of the best things about Slim. Along with his power, we can see that he really wants to push himself, and he's not shying away from any fights. Recently with the whole KSI situation, he wanted that main event, and I think he deserved it, but I think we're going to get a big performance from Slim, and I do believe that he'll come out with another highlight for us and another knockout. Moving on to the main fight, we have KSI versus Temper. We all know that's supposed to be Dylan Dennis, but I think this fight is more challenging for KSI. I think we're going to see, again, KSI fighting up against the taller man, which he lost it against Logan, and I think that we're going to see definitely more of a challenge than we did against Swarms, Pineda, and Dylan Dennis. Let's be honest, Dylan Dennis is not what we wanted to see, but the only reason why we wanted to see that fight was because we wanted to see him hit the canvas. We wanted to see him become the meme. But I think that we're going to see a really good performance from KSI. I really want to see him piece up his punches now. I think in the last two fights, he wasn't able to display how far he's come. But I think now we'll finally get that performance out of him. I think tempo will be enough. He just changed his trainer to Malik Scott. We just seen that in the all the interviews leading up to the the media workout, which has just happened. So, and he does look a lot better. I'll be honest, he looks a lot better. So will he be able to demonstrate that under the lights in combat mode? We'll see. But I'll be honest, no matter what Temper brings, I don't see KSI losing that fight. And I see him winning in devastating fashion. I'm going to go... I reckon he wants to get rounds under his belt. So I think I'm going to go for a late second to third round knockout. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of my predictions. I'm going to be reacting to some more footage that comes out. I'll see you again soon. Peace.